Trotzdem ist HoYo nicht manns genug, das offiziell zu bestätigen. Ne, wir werden wahrscheinlich auch noch 20 Stück treffen von der Sorte.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill? To do evil and get away with it? Why would you offer me that?
Jo, Ayaka war auch sein Hype. Ja, Ayaka war ja, glaube ich, die erste mit die wo Traveler-Freundin.
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds.
Ja, und in Natlan hat man die Sitlali. Wen hat man vorher? Fontaine. Gab es in Fontaine jemanden, wo man sagen könnte, die waren sich so sehr nah? Ich meine, die Lynette mochte ihn, aber jetzt auch nicht so eher geschwistermäßig dann auch wieder.
A god's laboratory is the perfect playground, but it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential.
Spätestens wenn zwei kleine Mondgöttinnen auftauchen, wissen wir Bescheid. Ja, sowieso.
Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look where it got him.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on. And they aren't all selfless.
You've grown a lot since we last met, but there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you.
Uh-oh.
Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing. Now then.
Fuck, ich will es ihm nicht zugestehen, aber das war cool von ihm. Fuck, Hutguy, Alter, das war zu cool jetzt. Hutguy, wie bist du hergekommen? Wo hast du deinen Hut wieder her?
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh?
Du bist den ganzen Weg nur gekommen, um mich zu retten?
I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving.
Vielen Dank. Warte, du bist verletzt.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue?
Ich bin eher schockiert, dass du den Doktor so kalt erwischen konntest.
I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me, but his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dotori are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and only meet up once it was safe.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
Ist alles gut, danke, dass du fragst.
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over.
Ja, aber und er lässt uns einfach so gehen? Achso, weil er ihn wahrscheinlich doch ein wenig gescheit erwischt hat, hä? Liegt des leeren Mondes 8. Achse, der wahre Mond. Der wahre Mond geht auf, wenn sich ein Handwerker bückt.
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Natsitzenkreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either. So I adopted some of René's ideas.
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were mortal enemies, were they not?
And what would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Allerseits, da bin ich wieder.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Tut mir leid, dass ich euch allen Sorgen bereitet habe.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you.
Ja, hat sich gerade noch angehört.
We were worried sick.
Hey!
Ach, Sandrone, Zundere Power on.
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal. But in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
Oh, könnt ihr ihm endlich mal einen Namen geben? Selbst ich find's mittlerweile ätzend.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is he back? Is he really back?
Oh, Paimon.
Traveler! It's really you!
Ich bin's wirklich Paimon, ich bin wieder da.
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon missed you so much!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Oh, Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone!
Wie viele Tage sind vergangen?
Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
Was bist du, 70 oder so?
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here. Let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no. No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay?
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dotori's current capabilities, and what he plans to do with them.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dotori believes himself to be equal to the gods, maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Sandrone erklärt Colombinos aktuelle Situation, influenzt Nefers Namen und teilt Informationen mit...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
Das Gesicht, Alter. Ich meine, das Lächeln müsste fast schon ganz rumgehen, einfach ums ganze Gesicht, ey. Ich meine, sogar das ganze Gesicht ist langgezogen, weil er so grinsen muss. Colombino lebt.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose. But I fear the answers are buried deep in Tevat's history, held by...
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Saß du die ganze Zeit so da und ich hab's nicht gesehen?
Nicole! You sure loved quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
Wusste ich doch. Dabei, warte mal, die hatte ich doch gesehen.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive.
Ich find's das so cool.
You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. And so, the end of the road is the moment that Tevat was born. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Ja, und weiter geht's mit ihr.
Like I thought, no more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for.
Naja, ich bin mir jetzt nicht sicher, ob man das Laufen nennen kann.
The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy.
Spüren, ich sehe sogar.
They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me.
Also kann Riri halt immer noch da sein. Ich muss zugeben, es ging für... Wow. Es ging für mich eh zu einfach, den zu besiegen. Hey, scheiße, da hockt der Penner doch sogar.
Is that the Ray here of Solnari? I can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Hat er sich selbst wiedergefunden?
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance.
Also, sagen wir ehrlich, er hat sich wie ein kleines Kind aufgeführt, hat sich ausgetobt und jetzt hat er keinen Bock mehr.
But to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body. And partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here, before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it
Tried to. So, you rejected it?
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then, I saw her.
Her?
The Lindis. My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the Lindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her after-image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the Moon Gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Alter Scheiße, sogar da hat der Dottore seinen scheiß Griffel in dem Spiel. Der dreckige Bastard.
Do you mean... Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. Also that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing.
Also der hat die Kristalle scheinbar gefunden in den Dingern beim Untersuchen und hat dann angefangen, die Kristalle zu sammeln und hat ihn dann wiederbelebt. Wow. Was für ein Wichser.
I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me.
Thalindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do.
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I hurt a lot of people. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Schreib ein Buch, Alter.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thalindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
The Abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
Sehen wir den Schatten noch? Ne, das nächste Mal. Ja, doch. Hä?
He kept his word. The Abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you. But I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Wait. One moment. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Rerir. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse. Rerir was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting her and solve everything.
Oh, da haben sie sich verschrieben. Prinzen statt Prinzessin. Das müsste ja sich jedes Mal ändern, je nachdem, was für einen Charakter du spielst.
I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rerir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you. I owe you that much.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears.
Wir sind hier gerade sogar noch weiter mit forscht.
Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Delindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Things about Rerir. I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rerir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry.
Eine der Mondgöttinnen?
Are you all right, little sister?
Oh.
Have you come from the distant future?
Oh, wow. Wird mir auch mittlerweile zu Standard in Genshin. So, Oberbösewicht.
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations like moons?
Wird aber auch mittlerweile zu Standard in Genshin, der voll Oberbösewicht sein, kläglich scheitern und dann auf die Mappe gekommen und hoffen, dass er einen vergeben. Ja, gut. Man muss aber auch sagen, wie oft hat man das jetzt in Genshin? Wir hatten es mit Headguy. Und wir hatten es mit Raria jetzt. Hat man es mit noch jemandem? Ich meine, Tartaglia, der ist ja trotzdem immer noch der Kampfwütige. Dem war ja eh schon mal alles egal. Alecino war von Anfang an eigentlich nicht die Böse. Sondern halt eher... Ja, ihr macht halt die Arbeit. Sandrone war von Anfang an bloß die Zündere. Ich meine, wir hatten es eigentlich jetzt nur zweimal, oder? Scaramouche, wobei Scaramouche ja seine eigene Existenz ausgelöscht hat, muss man dazu sagen. Hat mir zwar auch nicht gefallen, dass er überlebt hat, aber ja. Scaramouche, was du ja auch hast, durchaus mal großen Quest verbunden. Ja, eben, deswegen meine ich ja. Also das mit Scaramouche, das war halt auch so, mir hat es nicht gefallen, dass man ihn als Guten dann da, aber da war halt auch viel dahinter. Man muss aber auch dazu sagen, dass diese gescheiterten Bösewichte alle eine bestimmte Vergangenheit hatten. Das Scaramouche, der nur ausgenutzt wurde über die Jahrhunderte oder keine Ahnung, wie lange es ihn gegeben hat. Verstoßen wurde auch von der Raiden wie so eine Puppe. Und der Raria, der war ja jetzt eigentlich nur so böse wegen dem Abyss-Zeug. Dazu kam ja auch dieses, warum er ja uns unbedingt vernichten wollte, war ja hauptsächlich, weil wir seine Neuerschaffung unterbrochen haben und dann eigentlich nur noch der Wut und der Hass drin war. Das war ja das Hauptproblem. Wir haben ja im Prinzip verhindert, dass er logisch denken kann. Also das war ja schon fast eher unsere Schuld, dass er komplett böse war. Dass er komplett erschaffen wurde und logisch denken konnte, eher so rum. Verwechsel ich das auch mit anderen HoYo-Games? In HoYo-Games an sich stimmt. Also es gibt relativ viele Charaktere, die das immer wieder durchmachen mit diesem Böse oder böse werden und dann wieder gut werden. Ich sag's mal so, wenn es zu oft im selben Spiel passiert, ist scheiße. Ich habe aber an sich kein Problem, wenn solche Sachen passieren in Spielen. Weil das ja auch zeigt, dass ja manche, wie sagt man, manche Charaktere ja auch eine Entwicklung durchmachen und so. Ich finde es aber auch gut, dass es halt manchmal auch einfach nur böse Charaktere gibt, die das einfach nur machen, weil es einfach böse sind. Sunday in HSR. Ja, der war ja im Prinzip auch so einer, der durch das ganze Ding war. Aventurin? Ja, Aventurin war ja nie böse, sondern der ist einfach nur berechnend. Der hat ja auch nur aus bestimmten Gründen und wegen der Übernahme von dem ganzen Zeug das gemacht. Das war ja eher dann auch eine neutrale Route, könnte man sagen. Also wie ein Geschäftsmann halt, dem das alles am Arsch vorbeigeht. Aber ja, dieses Klischee gibt's oft, muss man dazu sagen. Aber ich muss auch dazu sagen, ich habe jetzt auch kein Problem. Wenn die Geschichte gut geschrieben ist, habe ich jetzt auch kein Problem damit, das zu haben. Wobei es schon cool ist, wenn du mal wirklich Gegner hast, die einfach nur böse sind. Mir fällt jetzt aber auch gerade keiner ein. Außer vielleicht Kafka aus Final Fantasy VI. Der war halt einfach nur böse. Welt übernehmen, alles vernichten und die schlimmsten Sachen gemacht. Sephiroth war schon wieder anders. Und bei den anderen Final Fantasy Spielen weiß ich nicht mehr genug. Ich finde vor allem, was ich vor allem an Bösewichten oder bestimmten Bösewichten so gut finde, war Metaphore Fantasio. Ich fand in Louis richtig geil. Weil der halt nicht ein klassischer Bösewicht einfach war, sondern der ist kalkulierend, strategisch und hat halt auch gemacht, was er für sinnvoll hielt. Also das war so... Louis war ein geiler Charakter. Machen wir weiter. Bevor wir gar nicht mehr vorankommen.
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nodcry? Huh, you're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep, we have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because, as much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone, or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about
So...
Oops.
She's more than just a moon goddess to you guys.
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can fit in, I certainly can. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power? You mean you need more energy?
No, The issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And, to top it all off, we can't even leave Nodcry. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this... Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe...
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that?
Ist nicht. Ineffa könnte doch helfen, oder?
Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike, after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private.
Wobei, einen puren Bösewicht hätte ich. Trails Through Daybreak, Almata, Dante. Der war bis zum Schluss böse.
Went back to Sumeru, right?
Der war bis zum Schluss böse und ich fand ihn auch einen guten Bösewicht. Und der hat in den Spielen halt auch Sachen gemacht, wo du nicht erwartet hast. Wo du denkst so, fuck, der ist halt wirklich ein Penner, ey.
Yeah, she mentioned she was planning to head back.
Und crazy.
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry. Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. Inasmuch as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Tsundere.
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Naja, weil er eine Puppe ist.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Na, jetzt bin ich gespannt. Können wir nicht einfach Raiden holen, Alter? Die zerschnetzelt den Spasti, Alter, dann ist die Sache gelaufen. Sie verwandelt doch gern Fatui in Asche.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Sie würzt gern ihr Brot mit Fatui-Asche. Die hat bestimmt nicht mehr so viel übrig davon, Alter, zum Würzen von der anderen. Ist schon eine einige Zeit her.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too. She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go? That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all.
Albedo untersucht sorgfältig die Notiz, die Sandrone ihm überreicht.
If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Du überschätzt mich, Albedo.
Actually, you're not wrong. He found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Aber auch erstaunlich, erst waren alle Fatui 11 der größte böse Feind und nun ist mit den größten dafür den befreundet. Ne, weil wir auch erst nach Scaramouche und Scheiße, wieder einer geheißen. Die Aschealte das erste Mal dann ja auch rausgefunden haben, dass die gar nicht alle... Ah ja, ein Tartaglia. Gut, der war ja da schon eher einfach nur kampfverrückt. Dass die ja nicht alle böse sind. Und gerade mit Alecino und so kamen ja gleich mal ein paar Schichten dazu, dass die gar nicht alle so durch sind. Wenn man mal in Dottore noch mit weglässt.
Hat guy? What's happened to him?
Hat guy, can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Alter, bestes Bild jetzt.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Kann sich mit Irminsul verbinden?
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Pontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver-white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
I can put two and two together, yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me, and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry. but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
Zäpfchen. Was?
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right? Right?
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two. And the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
Passt du mich auf den Hutkerl auf?
He will have our undivided attention.
Aw, Hat Guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
Sandrone kehrt gemäß der Anweisung zum ursprünglichen Problem zurück. Albedo stellt seinerseits keine weiteren Fragen und beginnt die Angelegenheit mit ihr zu besprechen. Du und Paimon und Durin stehen neben dem Hutkerl und behalten seine reglose Gestalt im Auge. So hast du ihn noch nie gesehen. Hat sich geheißen, ich habe andere Aufgaben?
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the punchline of my entire life. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Plötzlich fühlst du, wie dein Zeitgefühl verschwimmt. Die Zeit rast vorwärts, fällt aber dort zurück, wo Columbina Füße den Boden berühren, lautlos und auch turbulent. Dottores Worte kommen ungerufen zu dir. Diese 4 Unterteilungen verankern die Welt und binden jene, die in ihr leben. Er mag zwar verrückt sein, aber er versteht die Regeln der Welt, die euch nun auf die Probe stellen, nur zu gut. Was ist los? Ey, wir haben keine Blühdechse, die runterfällt. Was soll denn der Scheiß jetzt?
Who are you? Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Cannon.
Die hat Kanone geheißen? Es ist eine Cannon.
Sonnet. So, you're the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, goodness. You recognize me? Well then, what's your name?
Einer der Spoiler, die ich gesehen habe, die haben die 3 Mondgöttinnen draufgestellt. Ey, so schauen die aus. Denke ich mir, fuck you.
Columbina. Columbina Hyposelenia. Hyposelenia? What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself? It was a joint effort between me and my friends. Friends? You mean your friends in the heavens? Huh? Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters. Do you mean the other 2 moon goddesses? Arya and Cannon?
Cannon,
wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future? Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question to ask. It's alright.
We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have been here by this point. When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling all right? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you.
Aber ich muss zugeben, ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass wir sie wirklich treffen, Alter. Meistens wird das sowas bloß in irgendwie... Oh Mann, der hat's mal gegeben. Hier ist ein Bild von irgendwas, was wie sie ausschaut. Ach komm, gehen wir schneller die Nerven. Wow. Jetzt, wo ich schneller machen wollte, war es noch ein Schritt.
Sisters, I'm back. And look who I've brought with me.
Die große Schwester und die mittlere Schwester.
It's our
Oh, sie ist die
lovely
Junge.
little sister, born in the far future.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, die freut sich nicht so, mich zu sehen.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon.
Oh, dann ist das rechts ihre Vorfahren.
And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where here is?
Oh, wow.
Please. I must know.
My dear sister, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What? You're scaring her, Canon.
No, I'm fine. Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or perhaps they feared them. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power, to punish the civilizations of the world below.
Die Nägel.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day. And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat's skies?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We are prepared for the answer.
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war.
So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still here, aren't you?
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
all the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process, scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. Variables in the world. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be? Wait! Wait! I've got it! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter, moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results! Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive.
Sind die anderen Monde nicht zerstört?
Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return. But we have no way of knowing how, when, or where this might happen.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone, she would have done so long ago?
Yes, she certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's heart might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint. This could also explain why Luana's heart is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return to the present. The question is, what could they be?
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important!
Bist du nicht ein Ding weiter? Ach nee, die Sandrone berichtet aufgeregt von ihrer großen Entdeckung. Nachdem sie zugehört haben, stellen auch Neffe und Nicole ihre Hypothesen vor. Alle sind erfreut, da sie spüren, dass sie einer Sache auf der Spur sind.
Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Teyvat sky.
Truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moons still live? And Luanatar...
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the distant future.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun.
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us back here.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
Aber mich würde halt echt noch interessieren, wie stark. Ich meine, die sind ja hier angekommen, die himmlische Ordnung. Aber waren die dann von Anfang an so fucking stark schon, dass sie den Drachenkönig auch zerlegen könnten? Ich meine, klar, die hatten einen Preis scheinbar dafür zahlen müssen, aber trotzdem. Ich meine, wenn der Nibelung solche starken Wesen erschaffen kann wie die Mondgöttinnen, Alter, dann muss doch der auch saustark sein.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Kuvaki. What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nodcry, the land from which the moons arose.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Tibet you say is called Nodcry. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it, it'll make more sense.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were imprisoned.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us?
This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our foe.
You mean... you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely risky. The three moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process. And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison? Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war. No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive?
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina? What do you need from us?
Ist es dann ihre Kraft, die das ganze Land durchströmt? Und nicht irgendwie die Kraft, die sich da befindet? Okay, ich bin echt gespannt, wie das rauskommt.
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reikir of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago, what would she do? Oh.
Ich habe keine Ahnung.
Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose. If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her.
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Nefer, wait. If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luonlatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rarier's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda.
Yes, Boss Neff. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rarier. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
Puh. Wobei ich mir persönlich immer denke, so viel Superpower-Sachen, wie wir in der ganzen Welt haben und sonst irgendwas. Kannst du mir nicht erzählen, dass es nicht jemanden gibt, der einfach Augenlicht heilen kann? Oder lass Androne ein paar Robo-Augen bauen.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole-surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
Have you decided what to do? I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me when you said that thing about not leaving here alive. Come on, let's go find the other two.
Das war doch jetzt nicht durchreden.
It seems you have reached a decision. I'm all ears. What do you propose?
Deswegen sind die Monde einfach verschwunden. Oder beziehungsweise die Schwestern.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us, how do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
What? What are you saying? How can the dead be reborn? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them? You'll...
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following. How exactly will you achieve this?
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there. In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. My friends can use it to detect my presence.
But how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this, so I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end here in this dungeon? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Getting nagged by 2 older sisters all the time. Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that, but I get to help you return to your world, too. How could I say no to that?
Sonnet.
Kennen?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is rightfully yours, and it remains intact.
Oh, no, please, don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just thinking back on the years that the 3 of us once spent together. You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moon Scions, your lovely, kindly friends. For the 3 of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat, it is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future. If your plan can save them, and save not cry, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want to intrude.
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and falsehoods. I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things, like the smiles on your friends' faces. Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Aria, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the songs sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
Sisters, oh, my body. It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives. Canon and I will be by your side the whole way.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the Three Moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek to hold us further. It's just... we would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Glad... Sonnet?
Yes?
Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you.
No, I will... Thank you. I'm okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me, I won't be afraid.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me, my body, answering the call of my soul. And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul, which I am about to leave here to guide me. O power Trilune, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
Huh.
Boss! That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Oh, can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers, and a look of sheer terror on your face.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma? It seems that even time itself is no match for your medical skills.
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived. There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, but it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
Oder man nennt's auch Plot Armor.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly so perceptive. She knows us well. She knew exactly how we would think and what we would try. Despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing the same opportunities.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance we can do something, we'll fight to make it happen.
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we no longer need to hold back.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hatman being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Alle tauschen Blicke aus, bevor sie sich in die Diskussion der Pläne stürzen. Der bevorstehende Kampf ist voller Ungewissheit. Niemand kann sagen, wie weit Dottores Kontrolle über die Macht der 3 Monde reichen könnte. Aber trotzdem werdet ihr euch nicht geschlagen geben. Alle sind sich einig, dass sich ein vielfach geflochtenes Seil nicht so leicht reißt. Mit solchen Seilen müsst ihr die Brücke zum Sieg bauen, ja eine Brücke bis zum Mond. Ihr werdet ihr folgen, bis euer derzeit abwesender Gefährte zurückkehrt.
Our plan is clear. Time is short, so let's get moving.
War ein bisschen dick aufgetragen, der Text jetzt.
There's just never enough time, is there? Time is the bane of my existence. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.
Alright, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
So, wir nehmen jetzt einen großen Löffel und füllen Notar damit auf, oder was?
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power. But I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're completely out of their depth?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached the Hexen Circle.
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver for it.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Tevat's doomed, isn't it?
Oh, you think so? Actually, yes. Yes, it probably is.
It's a shame.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you, didn't it?
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big favor to ask of you.
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to help us in this difficult time, yes?
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom, and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail, but when. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. First it was his lab, then the design bureau, and now this. It's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagcry. Rather, our goal should be to stall him for as long as possible. If Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, they're the closest thing to certainty we have in this situation, so let's assume they are. Anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory lies in Miss Columbina's return. It's up to us to slow Dottore's advance and buy time for her to make a return.
Are you asking me to help you with building the defenses?
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now. I'm asking you to lend us your protection.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our three-way talks?
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change in location, then yes, let's do that.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea, and we will respond. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty-handed. I always like to be prepared.
Oh, Nicole teilt vage mit, was sie vorbereitet hat. Das sind überraschend, aber...
This is... wow. Yeah. This is great. Seriously, thank you.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little divine intervention. To humbly serve as a reliable and responsible guide. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please accept this gift in recognition of your great virtue. Go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
Hä? Schutz von Kern? Triff dich mit deinen Freunden. Okay. Aber wir müssen nochmal eine kurze Pause einlegen. Aber machen wir weiter. So, mal schauen, was sie zu melden hat.
Ah, you're here. Sandroni, how are things going? Glad you asked. You two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon my masterpiece. Or should that be the first person and the first, specter? Hey! Whatever. Come, feast your eyes on this.
Wow! We've never seen something like this before.
Und das sieht auch richtig beeindruckend aus. Ein Kuchen.
This meter displays the progress of my formula. Currently, it's still making the most important connections. Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side. And then, we can finally bring Columbina back.
What do you mean, deliver it? Can't you just tell us over the Dodo communication device? It'll just be some numbers, right?
Ugh, you're such a greenhorn. This isn't the kind of formula you solve in math class. It's a highly complex algorithm capable of constructing a framework of rules. Ugh, whatever. We'll be here all day if I start trying to explain it. All you need to know is the formula must be completed before we can bring Columbina back.
Verstanden.
I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed to let me use her information channel, so we just need to use the Dodo communication device like so. And... there. Now you can check in on my progress.
Wow! Look at that!
Oh.
You're amazing, Sandroni.
About time you recognized my genius. Took you long enough.
Gut, dass sie keine Angeberin ist.
Anyway, that's all for me. You should check on the others if you have time. Make sure we don't have any weak links in the chain. That might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in the Fatui. Not looking to catch anyone out. I just care about everything going smoothly. That's all. I'm kinda stuck here while the formula's running, so I need you to be my second pair of eyes in the meantime.
%. Geht es dann von alleine weiter oder mit jedem Gespräch? Wahrscheinlich mit jedem Gespräch. Warte mal, muss ich eigentlich hin? Das ist doch der Turm mit der Kanone. Warum beschützt es das? Egal. Was macht ihr?
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid. Nasha Town is now looking very well defended.
Golden Flame. Yes, that's Nicole's power, all right. Based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, it sounds like they've reached an agreement. The situation should be more stable with her assistance. Everyone will have at least some degree of protection.
Albedo! Durin!
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
Danke für deine Sorge, mir geht's gut.
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I will be in charge of Nasha Town. As Dotori's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer in that direction. But we will do our best to hold our position.
We fought side by side many times before, and always with great success. I believe this time will be no different. So don't worry about us. Focus on fighting Dotori.
Flynn's alles aus.
Traveler, Paimon, a pleasure to see you both.
Flans! How's everything coming along?
Fairly well, if I do say so myself. Personally, I am ready to confront Dotori head-on.
Ooh, you sound much more serious than usual.
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercising my full strength. For one thing, it's hardly conducive to maintaining a low profile. Besides, I believe one should have the right to choose when to show their hand. I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle is upon us. Anything to boost our chances of victory.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh, Traveler?
Absolut entspannt.
I consider it an honor to have your trust. Rest well. I look forward to seeing you both in your element during the battle.
Also oben geht nicht so weiter, auch wenn man mit denen redet. Andere raus.
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you staring at?
You always address me in the strangest ways. Lady Moonchanter 1 minute, Miss Moonchanter the next.
Yes, and? Are either of those incorrect?
Not as such. It's just that I simply call you Nefer nowadays.
Uh-huh. That's my name. What's your point?
The point is I don't add any honorifics or titles.
Meaning what?
Oh, Alter. Ah ja, gut, du wirst das wahrscheinlich hören.
That maybe we're on friendlier terms now than we used to be.
Is that how you see it? Then I thought I was the one with eye damage.
Never! Wilma!
Paimon, Traveler.
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going? Did you manage to get some rest?
Don't worry about me. I won't slow us down.
And I give my all to ensure our victory. Ah, yes. Allow me to give you two a quick checkup. All done. You're both in good shape.
Vielen Dank.
You're welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you in this battle against Dotori, so make sure to get some rest in first.
Paimon will keep an eye on him, don't you worry.
I'm glad to hear it. Take good care of yourself, too, Paimon.
Sure thing.
Wir haben Besuch. Dotoris Handlanger.
Here they come. That's quite a horde.
As we expected.
Get ready, everyone.
30.
Take your positions and prepare to engage. Let's begin.
I'm at the ready.
Hä? Echt, von eurer Art gibt's auch noch welche? Ich dachte eigentlich, wir hatten nur Monster.
I will return.
Was zur Hölle, warum war der jetzt so schnell tot? Hä? Zieht das so viel ab? Boah, shit! Oh ja, weil das Elektro ist. Nein! Ich habe nicht aufgepasst, dass der das macht. Alter! Was zur Hölle ist los mit dem?
The graveyard.
Was war denn das jetzt? Da gibt's mir irgendwelche Spackos und Gegner, die einen sofort wegmelden, Alter.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
Vor allem, warum hilft mir das Heilungszeug nicht?
Observe. Be silent.
Ich meine, der killt dann mit 2 Angriffen, Alter. Wenn ich so leicht zu besiegen bin, gibt mir nicht diese Kack-Charaktere, Alter. Gib mir meine Naida-Wasser-Kombo, Alter. Dann metzel ich die schneller weg, als die schauen können.
No more lies. The mystery unravels. These creatures cannot stand against us.
Oh, fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down.
That goes without saying. I'm hardly the risk taker in this group.
Excuse me?
With one heart, we pray. Lee can't hide the truth.
Weißt du, mit denen war ich ein paar Sekunden fertig.
Coming to be moments of birth. Devouring claw. Stay away from me.
Was war denn das jetzt?
That was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean? Is it because as created beings go...
Oh. Die konnten nicht mal zu Ende labern. Ah, jetzt habe ich 4. Oh, scheiße, das ist die alte wieder.
The mystery unravels. How unfortunate.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Alles drauf auf die Schlampe, Alter.
People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend. I was just about to say that.
All right then, dear friend. Bring the light.
It all.
Yeah. Fuck.
For the everlasting forest.
No more love.
Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night.
Oh, da kommt dann alle angewalzt.
You're looking well.
I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. If the subjects of my experiment were to die prematurely, it would throw quite a wrench in the works. And so, I must thank you all for your resilience. We are no longer on the same level, but you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. A creator god should be merciful and gracious after all. And in any case, it is only right that before I end your lives, the world is informed of the arrival of their new god.
Ja, immer nur 40%, Alter. Fuck. Das ist ja schlimmer, dass ich in so einem Kampf, glaube ich, verliere, Alter. Ja gut, vielleicht nicht sehr schlimm. Ketzer des falschen Mondes, Dottore.
The experiment begins.
Na, das wenn wir früher gewusst hätten, dass der falsche Himmel einen Reißverschluss hat. Oh, scheiße. Wow. Kann ich das zerstören? Oh Gott, oh Gott. Das ist mir im letzten Moment erst aufgefallen, warum die Scheiße da ist. Wow.
Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Be shackled.
With one heart, we pray. You pour.
Close your eyes to dust.
Did you honestly think that would hit me?
It all adds up. It all falls into place. It all falls into place.
Good. Keep it up. I'm still collecting. Jones remnants fall.
Observe.
Da kommt was. Hilfe. Whoa.
First, like an ant in my palm.
Oh. Was ist jetzt los?
I've been moved inside another space, and it's sealed off. Looking at the structure of it, it seems like Dottore intends to trap us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
Was?
No more lies.
Time to come clean. Entropy bends to zero. Time to come clean. Excellent. You barely managed to touch my level.
Can't hide the truth.
Be shackled.
Go! The deception ends here.
Whoa.
With the marrow of the great moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall.
Aber eigentlich ja dumm, erst sowas aufzustellen.
Tell me, where would you try scurrying off to next?
Looks like Dottore has opted for a divide and conquer strategy. But we will not allow him to triumph.
Hä? Ah, ich lauf falsch rum.
I shall pray for our victory.
Alter, Lauma, was machst du?
Pathetic. Perhaps you could try being a bit more proactive. Entropy bends. Time to come clean.
It all adds up. Time to come close. It all falls into place. The mystery unravels.
Ey, wieso heilen du Saftsack?
It all adds up.
Du Drecksau.
No more lies. Let's see what you're made of. The deception ends here.
Wipe out! Be annihilated! Go! That which cannot stand against me.
Alter, ich bin jetzt schon...
Supposed to be a knockoff version of the space Columbina got trapped in.
Ach komm, das ist doch scheiße, du kannst nicht kommen. Achso, ich kann nicht mal sterben, wow.
We'll see about that, Dottore.
For my apologies, I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice. Obey, and I can release them. An excellent deal, if you ask me.
Hier, kleine Wasserpistole. Pui, 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 pui.
Go! Reverse! Ha! Bombs away! Yeah.
I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to surprise me with, but it appears that none of them have come to fruition. My guess would be that you're trying to bring Columbina back. But then, where is Sandrone? Or are you trying to buy time for her? I always found their friendship to be a curious phenomenon. Two highly incongruent personalities, and yet they share a deep connection. Speaking of Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister. We got along quite amicably while she was with the Fatui. But then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse to take part in any further experiments. To this day, I truly don't understand what I could have done to upset her so much. It's such a pity. I could have had a sister, a family. But alas, she grew to dislike me.
You're not fit to be family to her.
That I can't deny. So many people, all obsessed with playing out the same tired old dramas. This world is rotten to the core. And then there's you. You had every opportunity to reach the right conclusion. The thought of killing you off like this? But I maintain that I approached you in good faith, so I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have until I count to 10 to make your choice. 1, 2, 3. What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd join us all the way up here.
Aber berechnen die den ganzen Scheiß nicht gerade?
You're as sick and twisted as ever. Don't fool yourself into thinking anyone's grateful for the chances you're offering them.
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration opportunity with the Traveler, and then I see you, who I must say is a good example of an opportunity gone to waste.
Gone to waste?
I said that everyone would get one chance. You've used yours to march right back into the lion's den. So yes.
And what makes you think I believe a word that comes out of your mouth?
Weil die Musik ein bisschen zu laut, Alter.
I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more urgent business here. since you've taken the trouble of serving it to me on a silver platter, I can simply bring it forward in the schedule. Is this your life's work? This piece of trash? Your formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me. Oh, how unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore.
No!
And now, you have failed.
Sandrone!
Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to pieces. However keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, her death spells the end of the formula that was running inside her body. Of course, I have to commend her for making it this far. As her colleague, I have to admire her stubborn tenacity. Now, it is time for you to take your place by my side. My count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still stands. Once again, you are welcome to join me. By now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the power and authority I wield. What is stopping you from embracing a new world of endless possibilities? Not in the mood to talk? As you wish. You seem less talkative than usual today. I'll change the topic to something more apropos. Sandrone was always like this. Never trusting anyone, always so reluctant to share her research with them. Objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world formula from so much data. But her inability to trust was her undoing. Had she allowed someone else to monitor or run the formula for her, you might still have a chance at victory even now. But regrettably, she was a stubborn fool. As much as it pains me, she had to go.
Dottore. Maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped. And I think Sandrone would surprise you too.
Change?
You can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear as day. You're the one who can't trust other people.
Is that how you see me? By this point, what can you hope to do about it? It is pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
The moon will never be yours.
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nod Cry. My soul, I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally...
Columbina!
It's been too long. I'm back.
Ja, stark.
Stay focused on the battle.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of weaklings huddled together for war. Now, quite finished patting yourselves on the back. Show me how long you can struggle before you drown.
Watch out, Columbina! Manipulate space itself!
I know. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Moon's remnants fall! Did you honestly think that...
Surge.
Entropy bends to me!
Ah, fuck, ich bin nicht mehr rausgekommen, weil ich nicht mehr rennen konnte.
Go! Yeah!
Be shackled! Enough! First, like an ant in my palm.
Oh, der schickt mich weg. Will er jedenfalls.
I grant you the new moon's blessing. The new moon shines upon you.
I am...
It's over, Dottore! Time to pay for your heinous crimes!
So
No longer must the world cower in the cold night.
Future is not yours to command!
So you rather wallow in this...
Let the moonlight dispel the dark.
Alter, wie er halt jedes Mal wieder zurückspult, die Sau.
Shape the new world. Only I...
Everlasting.
Only I could shape... So close. I was so close to the new... Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
This battle was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment!
That will never happen.
Alter, hört auf, plötzlich Quicktime-Events einzuführen.
Today, the moon lights up this world once more.
This loathsome world.
Haben wir jetzt gar weggepustet, die Sau.
No, this world is our home.
Gut, dass eh ein Robo ist, da können wir es wieder aufbauen. Nach der großen Schlacht kehrt ihr nach Nasha zurück. Achso, die Narben, die Dottore Nordklein erlassen hat, beginnen langsam zu verheilen. Als die Menschen erfuhren, dass die Gefahr gebannt war, kehrten sie nach und nach Nordkrei zurück. Und der Frostmond verblieb auch in dieser Welt.
No, you're doing it wrong. The moon looks like this now.
What are you drawing, children?
The new moon, Mom. It looks different than before, doesn't it? Also... Can I go buy a sugar sculpture today? Please? Just one?
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all. Almost like a festival.
Extra, extra! Get the latest Nasha Express here! Post disaster report! Nasha Town reborn beneath a new moon! The voyage begins today! The future looks bright thanks to the League. Want a copy?
I knew things would be different, but I didn't think that would include the moon.
They say a new moon goddess has been born.
A new moon goddess? Who's saying that? The Frost Moon Scions?
I guess so. I'm not too clued up on the details. As far as I'm concerned, the moon's still in the sky and it's business as usual. Hey, since we've come all this way, shall we grab ourselves a free meal while we're here?
Are you a convert now? Or are you just here for the free lunch?
Oh, come on. What does it matter? After everything we've all just been through? That smells good. All right, that's it. I'm hungry.
Come on! We gotta get there early, or there won't be any good spots left!
Shh, keep it down. This is a residential area. What if people are still sleeping?
Why is it so noisy outside?
Guten Morgen, Paimon. Brauchst du noch 5 Minuten?
It's okay. Paimon was pretty much awake anyway. It's been so long since we last had a chance to relax, huh? What about you? Did you rest well?
Ganz gut. Irgendwie war ich gar nicht so müde, wie ich erwartet hatte.
Still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friends are doing? Or is it about what Dotori said to you?
Ein bisschen von allem, glaube ich. Aber mach dir keine Sorgen. Ich bin in Ordnung.
Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself, alright? Let Paimon know if you need to talk. What we just went through was a lot. It's totally normal if you need some time to get back in your groove. Luanatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently, she was part of Columbina's soul or something. Still, Paimon kind of misses Luanatar somehow. But anyway, you did great. So did Paimon. We all worked our butts off to contain this disaster, and in the end, we made it. So, chin up, Traveler. You should be proud of yourself.
Du klingst überhaupt nicht so, als hättest du gerade noch geschlafen.
Hey, don't poke fun. You should be glad that Paimon's growing as a person.
Da wir gerade dabei sind. Tut mir leid, dass ich dir schon wieder Sorgen bereitet habe.
Paimon didn't think you'd mention it.
Tut mir leid, Paimon.
You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. She was worried sick about you.
Das habe ich gehört. Außerdem verstehe ich, wie du dich fühlst.
Well, if you really want to show Paimon you're sorry, you're gonna need to make it up to her. You better be ready to splash out on a lavish meal.
Alles für dich, du bist eingeladen. Reichen die 10 Kilo Würstchen nicht, was da liegt?
Okay. Paimon's full now.
Alter, scheiße, Alter, das ist noch 10, Mann. Bist du sicher, dass du noch nicht mehr willst? Es gibt gleich noch Snacks.
Huh? Oh, well... Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. Good morning. Morning, Yehuda. Here for some breakfast? Oh, I've already eaten. Just need some water. I was mostly worried you might forget what day it was today. So, I came over to remind you.
Was, Alter?
Careful there, Paimon. Too much food will make you drowsy. Don't let anyone catch you hiding at the back and nodding off during the League meeting.
Ist voll ins Mikro rülpst, Alter.
You should probably be saying that to Aino. She's the baby of the group, if anyone. True. You know, I'm surprised that all these competing groups are actually coming together to try to solve things
together. Definitely a first for Nodcry.
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people together. After that, surely even the most self-interested people have to realize that going it alone isn't worth the risk, right?
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly convinced that people are gonna get with the program.
Really? But if she's so pessimistic about it, why'd she agree to be the Curatorium's representative in the League?
Probably 'cause even though Unity sounds like a pretty far-fetched idea, the benefits it would bring make it worth a shot. I think things will work out, though. I swear, Nodcry feels like one big family now with everything that's happened.
Paimon's with you on that one. And it seems like plenty of other people agree, too. Just listen to the bustling streets.
All right. Everyone's been rebuilding these last 2 weeks, and the evacuees have been coming back in droves. Life's slowly returning back to normal. Which means my workload's probably gonna shoot back up. Were you about to head out? There's still some time before the ceremony begins, you know.
Yeah, we were gonna take a stroll around the square and say hi to some friends first.
Sounds good. See you later then.
Hat die Sandrone ihr Zeug eigentlich jetzt eigentlich schon wieder eingepackt? Ja. Oh, eine Seltenheit, wir dürfen mit unseren Charakteren rumlaufen.
Please accept today's boon. Have a nice day.
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is that Inefa handing out food for the Frost Moon Scions?
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon, along with some snacks of the day?
So, what's new, Inefa? It was only a few days ago when we last saw you, but it looks like you've joined the Frost Moon Scions in that time. And I know too? What are you talking about, Paimon? We're just here to help. Duh.
Duh.
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands on deck. We responded to Lama's request for support. At times like these, the smallest good deed can inspire others and help them through the hard days ahead.
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality. In true Krumkake Crab Shop style.
Gute Arbeit, Aino.
Enough! Did you hear that? The Traveler said I did good. The Traveler!
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist eating today's dessert, I will provide you with compliments, too.
No way! Well, that proposal got shot down quickly. I need something to get me through the hard times too, you know.
Mom! Yes, dear. Go right ahead.
Excuse me. Could I take a photo with the robot lady? She helped us get safely out of Nodcry, and she helped us get back home too. She's the best.
Of course she is. And since I'm the whiz kid who built her, that makes me even better than best, right?
But you stole my snacks though.
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center? The view there is better.
Ich helfe dir beim Fotografieren.
Thank you.
Aber du hast doch meine Snacks geklaut. Ja, da ist man dann schon nicht mehr so
You
gut.
the better pick for this job, Flint? You underestimate yourself yet again, Master Ilua.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nasha Town. I don't know any of the big shots here.
All in good time. Socializing is a step-by-step journey.
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. You know the truth now. My friends do not understand my habits. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative in the League. Someone who is upright, cares about other people, and can realize their self-worth through group action.
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you think I would. Sigh a little less, Master Ilua, and have more faith in yourself. all the Lightkeepers agree that you're a very promising young man.
Also er wird der neue Chef.
That is precisely why Starshina and Nikita felt safe delegating such important work to you.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration than manage to wrangle anything out of you in a discussion.
My apologies. I am not in the habit of bringing water with me when I go out.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way, who else is part of this?
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Nodcry. There's the Moon Chanter of the Frostmoon Scions, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, a representative of the Voynich Guild, and even someone from the adorable Krumkake craft shop. I'm sure you will find speaking with them to be a genuine pleasure.
If you say so. I've never done this work before, so I'm honestly a little scared of making mistakes. But I'll do it. Not only is it our duty as Lightkeepers, but because I want to make Nodcry a more welcoming place.
An admirable attitude to take. The beacons are lit, Itlua. We're but one step away from breaking through the blizzard. We have the chance to band together and build our shared homeland into an Elysium. This is unprecedented for Nodcry. And
yeah, you're right. I'll do my best.
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived. Let's go, shall we?
Achso, weiterlatschen. Wow, was zur Hölle? Die hab ich vorhin gar nicht gesehen. Waka. Was geht ab, ey?
Everyone's here.
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say, we're doing great. Thanks.
Hat keiner gefragt, interessiert mich nicht.
Great, but not perfect. Starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't drink a drop of alcohol while I'm waiting for my wounds to heal.
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find out?
Hier ist auch gleich zugeben.
I'm sure you must be missing Mondstadt after all these years away, Grandmaster.
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from Mondstadt, it makes me want to go back and see the place for myself. Honestly, once things are wrapped up here, I think it'll be time to head back home.
Oh. Ich wollte es gerade eben sagen, Alter.
Hey,
warum geht ihr nicht
looks
mal
like
rein?
someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen from the back. It's fine.
You're taking this pretty seriously, huh, Durin?
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in official settings.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line. Actually, I know just the thing. You can debrief the Knights of Favonius for me.
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonius?
I can knight you. Any particular title you'd like?
Is he joking? I really can't tell.
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself. It'll be a good learning experience.
Der Waka ist schon cool. Du kannst das Zeug für mich machen. Ich bin kein Ritter. Jetzt schon.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to speak to you all in my capacity as Voynich Guild representative.
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big shots? Guess I'm not the only one then.
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday, and having learned from them the importance of unity and cooperation.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like Aino's off in Dreamland already. Wait, Boss is looking kinda drowsy too. What's up with her?
Come on, get this speech over with already.
Nodcry is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we persevere through the storms ahead as we sail towards a new era of prosperity, freedom, and hope.
Alter, übertreibst halt, Alter. Wie lange labert denn der? dachte, die anderen müssen gar nicht labern, ist bloß der. Thanos sieht aus wie Kitty, ja, dachte ich mir auch, Alter, wie so ein
Looks
kleiner
like we'll
Teenager.
have more opportunities to travel in the future.
I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you are. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the curatorium to act as your host. We have a busy schedule, not to mention an international network of contacts to manage.
It'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule with Yehoda well in advance. And if she's not available, I can simply ask Ashru.
You... So giving my employees extra workload isn't enough for you? You're really going to drag my cat into this too?
I thought you'd approve. Aren't you forever increasing your employees' workloads?
That's a bold statement. Are all the Frost Moon Scions feeling more audacious now that your moon goddess has returned?
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. That includes both you and me. As for the Frost Moon Scions, we are learning how to thrive independently, without relying on the moon goddess. It is up to us to make our home a more livable place. Joining the League is one of the steps we are trying towards that end.
I like the word try. It's nice and non-committal. You can opt out at any time and still say you tried.
You don't see a bright future for the Frost Moon Scions? Or did you mean the League?
I'm just not as optimistic as you. The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader as stubborn and enterprising as you. But Nodcry's a big place, with all kinds of people. Most of them don't enjoy answering to a leader, or even listening to reason.
Well, that's where you and your methods come in. Unless the Curatorium of Secrets is only here for appearances.
For now, yes. And that won't change until this venture becomes worth my while.
What would make it worth your while?
Getting out more than I put in. Right now, I'd barely break even, but I'll grant that it's a good start for Nodcry.
Then maybe it's worth a try.
All right, you can stop now. Or do I have to join the Frost Moon Scions before you'll get off my back?
You'd be very welcome to join us.
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work! What are you chatting about?
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to her employees' workload. Also, she's considering joining the Frost Moon Scions.
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most interesting. Would you two care to join me for some tea before heading to your next destination?
Nicole? Wait, where are you? Aren't you gonna show up today?
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. I'm sorry, Paimon. I can hear how disappointed you are. If it's any consolation, let me say that how things appear on the surface is a far cry from what they are at their core. Perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a special line of communication with the great mage herself.
Okay? Has something happened?
No, or not yet, anyway.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Sollen wir auch schon noch etwas halten?
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system is still running smoothly. Besides, it's good to chat once in a while if we want to maintain our friendship.
You could have just said so. Paimon got all worked up for nothing. Still, the best friendships are built through face-to-face interaction, you know. It's never gonna stop being weird having tea with you when you're not there and just talking to thin air.
All right, fair point. I'll bear that in mind for next time.
Darf ich fragen, womit du beschäftigt bist?
Yeah. Any update on that crisis at the world's borders?
Elves just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. But they did finally get things back under control. The disruption caused by this disaster has made Tevat easier to detect from the outside universe.
Kommt der Astra Express vorbei?
She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation plans. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. This is a time when many new variables are emerging, and the situation is changing constantly. Plus, most of this change is for the worse. We have to remain vigilant and ensure that the embers of chaos are not rekindled. I did notice that the energy in Nodcry changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame, but since it was still aligned with the Light Realm, I never gave it a second thought. It looks like I'll have to examine the connections between phenomena I observe more closely in the future.
Klingt nach viel Arbeit.
Just doing my duty. It's more or less second nature by now. Of course. To give you the full picture, I'd have to start with the substance from which angels were formed. Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing off my knowledge would be much more satisfying in person. By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle, yes? I'm not trying to claim credit or anything, but my pride demands that I at least mention it. They're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice gave Dory, but with some very special enhancements.
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe when Dotori trapped them.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible to his eyes.
Verstehe, danke.
I'm so happy they came in handy. Still, not fishing for gratitude, by the way. I just want you to be aware that sometimes your friends may be protecting you in ways you cannot perceive. Anyway, I'll contact you if anything else crops up. If not, you know what they say, no news is good news. Oh, my angelic instincts are tingling. They say you should head to the docks next. Your friends are about to board their ship home.
Welche Freunde? Was war das für eine... Oh, ich habe wieder... Was war das eigentlich für eine Nachricht vorhin? Ach, die Diona hat heute Geburtstag. Ich dachte schon, hey. Was für eine Errungenschaft haben wir? Wohin wird ihre Reise sie führen? Vielleicht ist die Kraft in dir schon lange vorbestimmt oder sucht oder erzeugt Energiefeld, bla 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 bla. Wollen wir uns alles später. Wollen wir. Wo müssen wir da eigentlich hin? Da hinten. Als ob man da laufen würde. Ah, die zwei. Gesprächig wie eh und je.
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy. Are you heading back together?
No. I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor.
Wie steht's deinen Kern?
Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very responsible with important calculations, and things entrusted to her by valued friends.
You always speak as if you know us inside out, Mr. Hat Guy.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all there is to it. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter. For that, you have my gratitude.
I didn't do anything special. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle, even giving her life in the process.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system by installing an identical-looking decoy within her.
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. But this way, she could at least get him to lower his guard. She always worked like that. Always had a backup plan.
Und was ist mit ihrer Leiche?
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and the time has come to fulfill it.
Was hat sie gesagt?
She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people there to set her affairs in order. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth. For safekeeping, primarily, but also as mementos, I suppose. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it to your residence at the flagship at a later date.
Weiß Columbina davon?
No. I was specifically warned not to tell her. This is her last wish, and I will abide by it.
Und ist das auch eine Art Plan B?
I can only hope so, but none of us here can know for certain. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. As promised, she turned the iridescent moon's marrow over to me. She spent a long time with Sandrone's body.
Oh, is she alright?
Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of our hearts. But Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before I departed. Despite being grief-stricken herself, she showed an awareness of the feelings of others around her. She never used to act like this. Clearly, she has grown. And I suspect that we have you to thank for much of the change we are seeing in her.
Das war die gemeinsame Leistung all ihrer Freunde.
After these recent events, the Tsaritsa has revoked the Pale Star Edict. Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore, who coveted her powers. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too will explore more of the world. Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only beginning. My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon, we shall meet again. You too, Hat Guy.
What are you still bumming around for? Isn't Columbina waiting for you? I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her to go find out the truth about your sibling.
Ich bin etwas nervös.
You're afraid you won't like the truth when you see it. Well, this is new. I was starting to think that nothing could scare you.
Don't say that! Wouldn't you be if you were in this situation?
Fair point. But I'd say I have more experience facing up to unpleasant truths than the Traveler. They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. And no matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you and support you, whatever decision you make. Finding the truth is important. But more important still is what you choose to do once you've found it.
Ja, man.
At least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. Grappling with the truth.
Geht's dir in letzter Zeit besser?
What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little, I guess. But it hasn't solved everything. Maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Or maybe it's something else. But for whatever reason, I still feel like I have a chip on my shoulder. Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dottore left in his wake. Not just from this incident, but everything he did in the past, too. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someplace else.
So, what should we do now? If you want to explore a bit more to steady those nerves, Paimon's game! After all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon promised to give you two some alone time with the truth.
Sie weiß, wo das Schiff
It
ist.
hasn't been all that long since we were last apart, sure, but with Columbina there, Paimon's sure things will be just dandy.
Danke.
Ain't no biggie. Paimon might be all about that food and fun, but she knows how to do right by people. Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest the news about your sister in peace. But, no matter what you see, just know you can share it with Paimon. Of course, as long as it's not super private. If you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. And even if we both can't figure it out, Paimon can at least treat you to a nice meal.
Wie könnte ich dir das abschlagen, Paimon? Du bist schließlich meine allerbeste Reisegefährtin.
Glad to hear it. Feel better now? Alrighty.
Ja, viel
Next
besser.
up, time to meet with Columbina.
Okay, wo müssten wir da hin? What the? Ah, da hinten. Aber wir machen erst eins. Warte mal, wo war denn das? Fuck, ich hab vergessen, wo das Ding war. Ah, da hinten geht's noch. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir das jetzt schon anschauen können oder später. Ich muss auch wieder ein Spoiler, das mit der Sandrone ist mir auch gespoilert worden vorher.
Take it easy.
Danke an alle Penner, dämlichen Arschgeigen, Alter, die gemeint haben, die müssen solche Bilder posten und dann drüber schreiben, ah ja, ist wirklich da, okay. Marionettes Notizbuch. Wenn ich jetzt drüber nachdenke, war das Notizbuch neben Sandrone bei jedem Treffen ein anderes. Wahrscheinlich, weil sie gerne Notizen macht und oft in Gedanken versunken hat. Maschine ist, Kameradenherzen, Sandrone ein richtiger Mensch. Ihre Gefühle, ihre Freunde und ihr Kummer unterscheiden sich kaum von euren. Das Notizbuch, das dir die Bedienstete überreicht hat, ist schon etwas alt. Die eckenweisen Eselsohren auf, als wäre sie versehentlich geknickt und dann von jemandem sorgfältig wieder geglättet worden. Sandrone hat darin viele Geschichten über sich aufgeschrieben. Du hast dir nicht sicher, ob die Bedienstete sie gelesen hat. Wenn man nach ihrem Gesichtsausdruck zu urteilen war, als sie dir das Notizbuch gab, selbst ohne dieses Notizbuch kennen sie Sandrone sehr gut und ist sogar dafür verantwortlich, ihren letzten Willen auszuführen. Wow. 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 What the fuck? Wahrscheinlichkeit, dass Kolumbien noch lebt, ist definitiv höher. Reisende ist wohl auf, das wäre ansonsten sehr ärgerlich. Fast geschafft. Ich kann nicht glauben, dass der Kern von Hutgirl immerhin so die Leistung ist stabil. Alle anderen scheinen ziemlich gut zu kennen, vielleicht sind sie ja zugänglich. Schön lesen, ja. Kern ist also abgeschlossen, es ist gegen Prüf für den Einsatz freigegeben. Schlüsselpunkte der Formel festhalten. Das Herstellen einer Verbindung zur Variable der Welt, Ankömmling mit Hilfe Lunotar, ein Fragment der Seele von Columbina, kann man den Effekt erzielen, die vollständige Seele von Columbina von innen aus dem Spiegelbild des Mondes zurückzuholen. Überleben des Reisenden ist eine notwendige Bedingung für den Erfolg der Formel. Aktualisierungsverlauf. Die Kernfunktion von Paulina wurde auf die Weltformel aktualisiert, Suche und Abruffunktion Paulina wurden aktualisiert. Neuer Selbstschutzmechanismus für Polonia wurde implementiert. Die Kampfprioritäten wurde vom Schutz von mich auf den von Polonia gesetzt. Wurde ein falscher Kern- und Datenvernichtungsfunktion installiert. Alle Protokolldaten werden gelöscht, wenn der Schadensgrad unter dem kritischen Schwellenwert fällt. Selbstschutzmechanismus wurde für mich aktualisiert. Aufzeichnungen, Sonic. Sogar mein Ausdruck war jetzt eleganter geworden. Elegant, neue Worte, bewirkt. Das ist verschlechtert. Okay, das sollten wir vielleicht irgendwann mal lesen, aber nicht jetzt, Alter. Das heißt, naja, ist so kalt. Ich habe eine neue Stelle gefunden. Bezahlung kann sich sehen lassen. Eisige Ausstrahlung. Alecino ist so nervig. Columbino ist so schrecklich langweilig. Was hat Dottore nur dabei gedacht? Ich kann seiner Herangehensweise einfach nicht zustimmen. Das neue Projekt wurde vor Wochen gestartet, aber steckt immer noch ein Genehmigungsverfahren. Leichter Schneefall. Dottores Projekt wurde 10-mal schneller genehmigt als meins. Warum muss ich die Gesichter von ihm und Pantalone ertragen? Warum können sie nicht einfach verschwinden? Besprechung mit ihrer Majestät der Zarin dauert 2 Stunden 15 Minuten. Sonic, Rosalind hat mir eine neue Teeservice gebracht und gesagt, dass aus Mondstadt stammt so noch eine Flasche Wein. Aber Moment mal, seltsam, hat sie nicht gesagt, dass sie keine Lust hat, nach Mondstadt zu gehen? Pietros Vorlesung besucht, nicht schlecht, der Inhalt war ganz gut. Pulcinellas Vorlesung ist morgen. Besprechung mit Capitano, Alecino und Rosalind dauert 40 Minuten. Teeservice wurde also per Post bestellt. Na gut, das erklärt alles. Rosalinds neue High Heels sind so laut. Sie machen viel Lärm, aber ich mag die Geschenke von ihr. Da kann ich ihr das wohl ein bisschen nachsehen. Colombinas Teegeschmack ist ziemlich normal, nicht so fein wie der von Alecino. Vielleicht passt sie einfach zu mir. Mögen besondere Menschen normalen Tee und normale Menschen besonderen Tee? Es sind 2 Wochen vergangen, seit wir den Kontakt zu Tartaglia, der sich auf einer Mission befindet, verloren haben. Tartaglia ist zurück mit ein paar Kratzern. Außerdem sieht es so aus, als herrschen zwischen Colombina und Il Dottore dicke Luft. Nicht weiter nachgefragt, außerdem war es eh nur eine Frage der Zeit. Ist cool, ein paar Dinge. Letzter Satz lässt mich hoffen, dass Sandro nicht Enkel, die weg ist. Ja, ich glaub's auch nicht. Erstens ist es schon ein paar Mal gesagt worden, dass von Leakern gesagt worden, dass er wahrscheinlich spielbar ist. Gibt natürlich keine Bestätigung. Und zweitens, sie ist ein fucking Roboter. Was würde es Sinn machen, wenn ein Roboter nicht, wenn der Kern intakt ist, nicht wieder neu gebaut werden könnte oder so? Es wäre schon komisch. Alechin und Komplimia sind zum Tee vorbeigekommen. Und haben unterwegs noch etwas mitgebracht. Hat heute richtig viel Spaß gemacht. Leichter Schneefall. Rosalind ist tot. Nach einigen leeren Seiten folgt neuer Text. Der Großteil davon bezieht sich auf das Narzissenkreuzverein. Er ist derart abstrus, dass einen nach längerstem Studien regelrecht schwindelig wird. Dazwischen findet sich hin und wieder eine spontane Kommentar, die wie Sandrones jüngste Notiz aussehen. Zu schade, dass Capitano Natlan geblieben ist. Columbina geht seit ihrer Rückkehr nicht gut. Naja, geschieht ihr recht. Ich habe sie gewarnt, solche Entscheidungen gut zu überdenken. Aber wollt ihr nicht hören. Von Alecino gelieferten Unterlagen waren bemerkenswert gründlich. Ich bin zu großen Dank verpflichtet. Wichtig, Haus des Heeres Geschenk geschickt. Jedes Kind soll eins bekommen. Neues Projekt und ich muss mit Dottore zusammenarbeiten. Ich kann nicht anders, als ihre Majestät ein wenig übel zu nehmen. Doch der Plan der Zare muss Erfolg haben. Columbina, du bist so schrecklich langweilig. Polonia wurde destabilisiert, Optimierung algorithmischen Logik, bla bla bla. Datenmenge, Wahrscheinlichkeit von Colina noch lebt, ist definitiv höher. Okay, das war dann hier. Ja. Ja, also schaut schon danach aus.
Take it easy.
Wir werden sehen. Klickst du so, wie wenn du es wüsstest? Aber so langsam gehen den Vertu ist die obersten 11 aus. Naja, wir kommen auch immer das Naja zu nahe. Ich meine, langsam müssen wir mal alle durch haben. Und eigentlich fehlen denen ja nur 3. Ich meine, Scaramouche ist weg, ist zwar noch am Leben, ist aber raus. Ja gut, Columbina ist raus. Rosalind ist tot. Sandrone ist putt. Und Ding ist auch.
Columbina, we're here! Can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We've gotten used to walking over to Silver Moon Hall whenever we go see you.
Well, you're still welcome to go there whenever you want to see me. It's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. Try and fit in with the Frost Moon Scions, like Llama suggested.
Und wie läuft es?
The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close, and they bow their heads when I walk by. But things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in their eyes. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with them as myself, without having to pretend that I'm only dressed up as the Moon Goddess.
You'll do fine, Columbina. Paimon's sure they'll realize you're super nice once they get to know you better.
You really think so? When we first met, you thought I was a little up in the clouds.
We were just starting out then, come on! So Llama told you, huh?
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great!
Das hier kannst du zurückhaben.
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Ready to rumble?
Lumine, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth at last. Ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? I said that my story began on the moon. But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized that my prologue was really hidden in the future. I just had yet to discover it at that point. The story of the time before I was born was in fact the story of my distant future. It's truly fascinating. But when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present reality, I sensed something I hadn't expected. Your prologue.
So you mean?
Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which lay beyond the sky.
Was? Wer könnte sowas getan
The
haben?
great ruler of the firmament. The heavenly principles.
Wow.
Them? Why would they do that?
Naja, die fanden es nicht geil, dass da halt so ein hochtechnisiertes Ding rumliegt.
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Teyvat. Or something that cannot be known. Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? I know it must have been hard to work up the courage to do this. Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon, with no chance to back out.
That would have been kind of mean, you know.
Take me there.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, it belongs to me and Lumine. Those memories belong to us. No one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Oh, die schlottern schon.
Very well. Then let's go.
You two take care, alright? And don't forget to come back soon!
Rest assured, Paimon. We will. Traveler, after you. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden on the moon?
Yes. And hoping that it has a happy ending.
Stories like that don't exist, you know?
You don't believe in happy endings?
I don't believe in endings.
Wahrscheinlich ist nur ein Zettel von der Lumin drin. Bin kurz Zigaretten holen.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey.
Oh, ich kann laufen. Aber nicht an ihr vorbei.
After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky.
Was mich eins immer noch an Genshin aufregt, die schaffen es ums Verrecken nicht mal in solchen Sequenzen die Geschwindigkeit der beiden Charaktere aneinander anzupassen.
Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then there's Sandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again. Even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your siblings' story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that she rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines.
Ja, sie war auch in Kanoria.
But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, she would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in her eyes.
Der Eröffnungstrailer damals.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now.
Kannst du nicht immer einfach die Bremse reinhauen, Alter? Mach wenigstens einen Blinker an. Ein Schiff?
After this, I'd like to bring some kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time.
Schaut schon stark aus, ey.
I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together.
Schön, schön.
We're here. Over there.
To the moon. Das ist ein Gebiet, Alter. Wie ich mir das vorstelle, Alter, wie die himmlische Ordnung einfach so hingeht, so das Raumschiff so zu. Wir werden den Dreck hier lassen. Auf dem Mond zum Abfall. Wow. Ich schwebe ja. Das finde ich natürlich raus, kurz bevor ich in die Sequenz springe.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be all right.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment, I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. The door was right in front of me, but I struggled to find the courage to step through. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met you, that was the only life I knew. But that night, solitude meant throwing away the life I had gained after meeting all of you.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Tavad is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right. Thanks, Columbina.
finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return, I've decided to take more opportunities to see the world with my own eyes. Besides, I've always wondered how Teyvat looks from the moon.
And what do you think?
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here just gazing at it. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long time, but I think yours is saying it was neither good nor bad.
Machst du doch bloß Zigaretten holen?
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you give Nephra a run for her money.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around me with Kuvaki. I think I'll save my eyes for seeing special moments I really want to remember.
Sumero, ne? Da ist die Wüste.
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Teyvat. I thought that Lumine and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end. But the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Teyvat once before. A long, long time ago.
Flew over? So you didn't land?
No, the ship barely came to a stop before flying on again. After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect that it kept flying for thousands of years. It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodcry. When Lumine found me, she came from outside the ship. Could this mean that she left the ship long before I did? Maybe even during our first pass over Teyvat.
Are you alright?
Yes, I can feel that the truth is coming together, one small piece at a time.
Also war sie keine fucking 500 Jahre, sondern bloß auf dem Planeten, sondern sogar 1000?
I remember Lumine telling me that when she first arrived in Conria, she could not recall the past. So this might be something that even she doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing, and this seems like the perfect place to relax and clear your head.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What is it?
Wait here a moment.
Jetzt geht er sich umziehen, oder? Oh, so lang hat's gedauert, Alter. Ich konnte sein Outfit nie ausstehen.
Hey, Columbina.
Is that a new outfit?
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Lumine's. She always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. It's still the same you. You're the same person, no matter what clothes you wear.
So kann man es natürlich aussehen.
Only Columbina would make an observation like that.
Traveler, do you consider Teyvat your home?
Home is wherever Lumine is. But then after all the time I've spent here, and everything I've been through... Yes, I'd say it's my home.
Would you change your answer if Teyvat changed appearance? I mean, if the truth about Teyvat turned out to be different than what you thought.
I don't know. but I don't think so. The truth is not what matters most to me about Tevat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. You give me what I want, and I'll do the same for you. But you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like. You never asked for anything, yet you gave so generously to me.
That's because your friendship matters to us. It was worth it.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodcry must have been a mistake. But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Nodcry to be my future home. Now, I am glad that I made that choice.
I'm sure your friends are just as glad.
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino. And now, I shall return my Kuvaki to Nodcry again, that it may continue to protect my chosen home.
Wait, but what about your body?
Oh, are you worried that I'll disappear again? I won't. Not this time. The Frost Moon has now entered the false sky, and I am the Trilune Goddess. I am only returning to Nodcry the part of me that it needs. I am giving what I can, because my home is worth it. Oh, and I have something for you, too.
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
Was ist das? Sternfeuer aus der Fremde. Für Reisende aller Elementartypen erhöht den Angriff um 20%. Zudem ein Truppenmitglied an einen Nachtseelenaufbruch auslöst einen Stab klingenden heiligen Feuers. Ach, ist das der Angriff, den wir hatten? Achso, nicht jedes hat jetzt so ein anderes Ding bekommen, oder was? The hell? Ich benutze ihn eh nicht.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now.
Vielleicht kriegst du jetzt mal nicht ständig aufs Maul bloß.
Thank you. This will be a great help.
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, here. This flower is for you.
Schaut aus wie ein Stempel.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You will never see these flowers lose their color again. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving. How I wish I'd learned this sooner.
Hey, better late than never. What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess? You get one shot.
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. I can't say you got it wrong. Down in Tevat, the moon seems so far away. I felt it might always lie beyond my reach. But on the moon, everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler on a winter's night, starting a new chapter in my tale by the warmth of a bonfire. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot of hope for the future.
Well, what's next?
Next? To start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's return home and continue our journey.
Schön, der wahre Mond, Lied des leeren Mondes, 8. Akt abgeschlossen.
These clothes bring back so many memories.
Okay, mehr sagt er nicht. Wiederherstellung von Himmel und Erde. Wow. Achso, er hat's eh an. Hui. Aber wie ist er eigentlich ins Raumschiff? Aber es schaut nicht aus, wie wenn es da viel Platz drin gäbe. Ja, wobei, vielleicht da an der Seite. Es sieht nicht durchdacht aus. Ich meine, hier drin ist wahrscheinlich das Hauptding, aber... Hast du an der Seite genug Platz, um drin zu wohnen? Ja, vielleicht sind ganz kleine Räume drin. Wo du gerade so drin pennen kannst. Was ist jetzt da? Gehen wir wieder heim.
The journey goes on. For you. And for me. Like I said, this is not the end. I don't believe there has to be an ending.
Ah, stimmt, solche Sachen gibt's immer noch. Erzähl mir noch ein bisschen was von Snezhnaya.
Oh, is that your next destination? Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. But I experience things differently than most people, so I can't know how cold it is. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's torch. Every city in Snezhnaya is built around one of those. I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing by on a railway train. It felt grand and distant.
Hört sich an wie Frostpunk.
I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnograd. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for harbingers. I liked them a lot.
Könntest du mir was über die Zarin erzählen?
Ice cold and sharp. Crystal clear in some ways, yet profoundly unfathomable in others. Like the thick layer of ice on top of a frozen lake. That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. I was never able to glimpse what truly lies beneath that icy exterior. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know what kind of power their god wields. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power.
Ja, wie Fatui?
There's Regrator, the Rooster, and the Jester. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. But I could never wrap my head around how exactly power is split between them. I just know they are each responsible for many specific domains. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appear to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret. And theirs is not a friendly rivalry.
Hahnkampf?
But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja.
Was sind deine Pläne für die Zukunft?
Once things settle down in Nordkrai, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to, and all the friends you've made there. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today.
Das sind alle Fragen.
Okay. As you continue on your journey, don't forget to gaze up at the moon once in a while. It is, after all, no longer an illusion. It shall cast down its true moonlight, connecting us in truth.
Ah, da unten ist ein Punkt. Hui. Hat das Raumschiff keine Fahrwerk? So Raumschiffe brauchen kein Fahrwerk. Nach Teva zurückkehren. Wir sollten nur besser zurück. Ja, dann sollten wir es ja jetzt.
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent events. Hope we didn't worry you too much. The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the Doctor's evil schemes. With that, I think it's safe to say that Notcry is finally out of the woods. As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon Goddess, who has left their organization, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. May she rest in peace. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But until we can ascertain the Tsaritsa's true intentions, the future remains uncertain. In a short while... Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home? Well, that would be a huge waste. Okay, got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I'm sure they'll be able to answer any questions you still have. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. But if they do, I'm sure it'll be because they're just too exhausted from the long journey. I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give everyone my best regards. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give him? I'll leave it with you. P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, feel free to stick me in solitary confinement when I get back. I'll do the time for her. Whew. And that, as they say, is all she wrote. End of an era. And with the moon shining down brighter than ever, I think everyone is going to sleep well tonight.
Was war das jetzt schon wieder? War das nicht von Alekino, das Zeug? So ist nix? Nein. Okay. Okay. Ja, nimmt mal alles gern mit. Warte mal. Alter, ich weiß gar nicht mehr, wo der Traveler ist, Alter. Da ist er. Ah, okay, er behält seine Klamotten an. Das kann doch nicht wirklich alles glatt gehen. Ja, ein Sternbild. Ich hab's sogar auf C4, Alter. Was habe ich mit ihm? Ach, da habe ich auch schon 2. Hä, ist da nochmal was? Achso, immer noch er. Was will mit ihm? Achso, ich muss die Klamotten anschauen. Viel besser, Alter. Okay, dann haben wir das auch. Was wollte ich jetzt? Irgendwas wollte ich noch schauen. Aber eins muss ich noch kurz machen. Das habe ich vorhin gesehen. Warte mal, wo wäre denn das gewesen? Oh, da hinten. Hinter Tore bleibt, wo der Pfeffer wächst. Ja, die Sandrone brauchen wir wieder und der Tore kann wegbleiben. Mal die Mission sehen? Zum Glück bist du es, Catherine. Bist du in Eile? Womit kann ich dir helfen? Ah nein, so ist das nicht. Freuen uns einfach, dich zu sehen. Bla bla bla. Wir nehmen es an, wir kommen, Nordkrei. Achso, ich war so noch nie bei ihr, ne? Oh ja,
Ad
stimmt.
astra abyss.
Boah.
Thank you for completing. Ad astra.
Zu den Chroniken der Tapferen? The fuck? Ich glaube, ich habe schon lange nicht mehr da geschaut, Alter. Hier geht's in 6 Mal für weiter mit der Hauptstory. Ja, ich denke mal, da wird jetzt halt wieder ein Zwischending kommen. Jetzt geht's ja dann erst mal wieder zurück nach Erlebe. Mit dem chinesischen Neujahrsfest. Und dann schauen wir mal. Aber sagen wir ehrlich, irgendwo wird auch wieder die Kacke am Dampfen sein, Alter. Aber ich muss dazu sagen, also bisher, Notcry ist von der Story halt echt geil. Aber scheiße geht's bei denen ab. Ich meine, die haben ja Krise nach der Krise, Alter. Erst Reria, Alter, einer von den schlimmen, von den mächtigsten Viechern, Alter. Dann haben wir den gerade so weggebracht, nur dass kurz danach der andere Spasti auftaucht, der Dottore, Alter, einen Gott spielt und dann auch noch gerade so wegbringt. Notcry ist schon echt am Arsch, Mann. Es kann nur noch mehr am Arsch kommen. Aber egal, dann machen wir an der Stelle jetzt dann Schluss, Alter. Das sind jetzt fast 7 Stunden. Okay, Stream ging 7 Stunden 17 mit Pause. Die Aufnahme fürs YouTube-Ding, Alter, ging 6 Stunden 52. Deswegen bedanke ich mich jetzt schon erstmal bei denen, die es auf YouTube extra schauen. Danke fürs Zuschauen, macht's gut und bis zum nächsten Mal. Servus.